I used to watch James Bond movies and wonder, why don't girls look back at me the way they do at him? Bond walks into a room and suddenly every woman's head turns. Meanwhile, most guys like us can barely get a polite smile. Then it hit me. James Bond doesn't get the girl just because he's fictional. He gets her because he mastered 3 psychological tricks that almost every guy ignores. And if you're honest with yourself, you've probably ignored them too. The good news? You can learn all 3. In fact, if you stick with me for the next few minutes, you'll see exactly how Bond flips the attraction game on its head. And once you understand these tricks, you won't look at women or yourself the same way again. So let's dive in. Trick number 1. The alpha male seductiveness trick. Okay, so here's something that's going to mess with your head. Watch any James Bond movie, anyone, and pay attention to this. Bond never, ever tries to impress women. Think about it. When he meets a gorgeous woman at a casino, does he start bragging about his job? When he's talking to a supermodel on a yacht, does he name drop his connections? When he's face to face with a deadly assassin who happens to be drop dead beautiful, does he flex about his martial arts skills? Never. And that's exactly why women throw themselves at him. Most guys have this completely backwards. They think they need to prove their worth, show off their achievements, and make themselves look as impressive as possible. But Bond does the opposite. He makes women want to prove themselves to him. It's like he's walking around with this invisible sign that says, "I'm the prize here, not you." And women can sense it from across the room. Remember Casino Royale when Bond first meets Vesper? She's this brilliant, confident woman who can hold her own against anyone. But watch what happens. Within minutes, she's trying to figure him out, trying to impress him with her wit, trying to get under his skin. Why? Because Bond treats the conversation like he's interviewing her for a job, not the other way around. This isn't about being a jerk or acting superior. It's about carrying yourself like you know your own value. Bond doesn't need anyone's approval because he's already approved of himself. And women find that absolutely magnetic. Here's the kicker. When you stop trying to impress people, you automatically become more impressive. It's like some weird psychological law of the universe. The less you need someone's attention, the more they want to give it to you. But wait, things are about to get even better, so hit the like button and subscribe to our channel now. Trick number 2, the rejection and then retreat method. This is where Bond gets really sneaky, and it's probably the most powerful weapon in his entire arsenal. Bond has this pattern he follows with every single woman, and once you see it, you can't unsee it. He shows interest, creates a connection, gets her hooked, and then he walks away. Just like that, gone. Take Skyfall. Remember Severine, the mysterious woman at the casino? Bond charms her, they have this intense conversation, there's obvious chemistry, and then he just leaves. Doesn't ask for her number, doesn't suggest meeting up later, just walks away like it was a casual conversation with a bartender. And what does she do? She follows him. She literally can't help herself. This triggers something primal in the human brain. When someone gives us attention and then takes it away, we go a little crazy trying to get it back. It's the same reason gambling is addictive. You never know when the next reward is coming, so you keep playing. But Bond takes this even further. Before he retreats, he rejects. Not harshly, not meanly, but he makes it clear that he's not easily impressed. In From Russia with Love, when Tatiana practically throws herself at him, Bond doesn't jump at the chance. He questions her, keeps his distance, and makes her work for his trust. Think about how different this is from what most guys do. Most men see an attractive woman showing interest, and they're like a dog seeing a treat, all enthusiasm, no restraint. But Bond treats female attention like it's something he gets all the time, which makes women wonder what makes him so special. The rejection doesn't last forever, obviously. Bond always comes back, but he comes back on his terms, when he decides, creating this addictive cycle where women never know if they've truly won him over or not. And that uncertainty? That's pure addiction fuel for the human brain. But here's where it gets really interesting. Trick number 3. Create obstacles to ignite pursuit. This is Bond's masterstroke, and it's so subtle that most people miss it completely. Every single Bond romance has obstacles. Always. And these obstacles aren't bugs in the system, they're features. She's an enemy spy. They're from different worlds. He's leaving tomorrow. Someone's trying to kill them both. There's always something that makes their connection seem impossible or forbidden. And women eat this up. Why? Because easy is boring. When something comes without effort, our brains barely register its value. But when we have to fight for something, overcome barriers, take risks, suddenly it becomes the most important thing in the world. Look at Casino Royale again. Vesper isn't just attracted to Bond, even though dating him is professionally dangerous and personally complicated. She's attracted to him because of those things. The risk makes every stolen moment feel precious. The secrecy makes every conversation feel intimate. The danger makes every kiss feel like it might be their last. Bond never makes relationships easy. There's always tension, always uncertainty, always some reason why they probably shouldn't be together. And this forces women to actively choose him over and over again. When Honey Rider decides to help Bond escape in Dr. No, she's not just being nice. She's making a choice that puts her in danger. When Jinx risks her own mission to save Bond's life, she's investing herself emotionally in a way that creates deep psychological commitment. Here's what's brilliant about this. By creating obstacles, Bond makes women feel like they're not being seduced. They're making brave, independent choices for love. Instead of feeling pursued, they feel like they're doing the pursuing. And once someone has invested time, energy, and risk into something, they become emotionally attached to it. It's called the effort justification effect. The harder we work for something, the more we value it. Bond understands this instinctively. He never makes it easy for women to be with him, which paradoxically makes them want to be with him even more. The obstacles aren't artificial or manufactured. They're just part of who Bond is and the life he lives. The danger, the mystery, the constant possibility that he might disappear forever. These aren't problems to be solved. They're features that make every moment with him feel electric. So there you have it. 3 psychological principles that have made James Bond irresistible for over 6 decades. The confidence that makes women want to impress him. The push-pull dynamic that keeps them chasing. And the obstacles that make every interaction feel rare and valuable. None of this requires you to be a secret agent. None of it requires wealth or perfect looks or special training. It just requires understanding how attraction really works. Not the fairy tale version we see in romantic comedies, but the real psychological version that's been playing out in Bond films since the 1960s. The question is, now that you know the code, what are you going to do with it? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Hit the like button and subscribe to Attraction Alchemist for more updates. Thanks for watching till end.